Hey people, my name is Dr. John Sargent. I'm the instructor for this course. Of course, we're here at the Management 6301. Welcome. I know many of you are taking this as your first or second or third or somewhere within the start of your online MBA program here at UTRGV. Welcome, and I'm sure we're going to have a great experience. So let's jump right into it and talk about a couple of things here. First, of course, we're talking about management in this class. We're trying to get a broad overview of what management is all about, with the idea of helping create the next generation of great managers. Management is all about planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. And so we'll have sections of the class talking about all those things, as well as a bunch of other aspects of the managerial role. Just a brief overview. I'm sure you've seen this within the intro material, but I did want to talk briefly about who takes this course. I love this course. I volunteered to teach this course. I developed this course, and one of the reasons I did so was this is a class for people who are coming into the MBA program who do not have formal business education backgrounds. So we get a lot of interesting folks, people who, engineering, technical background, medical background, humanities background, etc., doing interesting things within their career. All being funneled in here to this great MBA program. So I think the diversity of perspectives that we have in this class is particularly valuable, and please feel free to draw from that background as you're posting on the discussion boards. So within this class, it is gigantically important in my view that we have as much quality interaction as possible. I always like to say that in any great MBA program, students learn more from each other than from the instructor or the text, and I'm doing everything possible the way this course is structured, the daily, almost daily reinforcement you will get to promote that interaction. So what does that actually mean? So within each of the modules, within each of the weeks, there are multiple discussion boards. So you're going to be, of course, reading the text, perhaps reading some additional information, doing a particular exercise and posting out on that exercise. So always bring your A game to those discussion boards. Don't ever post anything that you're not gigantically proud of. So another saying I use is A players like to deal with other A players. In other words, if you're not doing your best, you're not performing at an excellent level, you're going to be posting a bunch of stuff that's not particularly interesting or worthwhile. Other students are going to read that and it's not going to be a good use of their time or your instructor's time. So, rule one within this class, bring your A game to the discussion boards and make good things happen there. So, because there's lots of information in the syllabus about the way I'm going to be evaluating you on those discussion boards. The rule in general is that you bring something interesting, unique to that. You're just not cutting and pasting something from the text or regurgitating something from the text. We're in a master's program. You're bringing new knowledge to each of those posts. Integration, analysis, not just cutting and pasting. So I place, as you might have guessed, gigantic importance on those discussion boards. And I personally grade those discussion boards. I don't get a grader as you'll encounter in some classes to do that for the principal instructor. I spend a lot of time looking at those and making sure that they're at the level they need to be. And I'll be providing you direct feedback if they're not at that level. So bring your A games to the discussion boards. Let's have some great interaction with those. Check out the syllabus, check out the rubric for how I'll be evaluating those. Still have questions, let me know. So, just to cover one other organizational point, if you ever need to get a hold of me, probably the best way to do that is through email. I'm one of those people who live on email, always have it up, one form or another. So that's the easiest way to get a hold of me, and we can go from there through Skype or phone or other things if you want something other than email. But that's the best way to get a hold of me. All right. Of course, if you have questions anytime during the semester, please let me know. Happy to respond to those, and I promise to do it in a timely fashion. So let's jump into the first week of activities. So you got Module 1 and Module 2 this week. Chapter 1 and Module 1 is fantastic. This provides a brief overview of what management's all about. So you read that over, then you'll get to a number of exercises. You go through those exercises. You'll post your experiences on those discussion boards. Typically, when you do an exercise, the expectation is that you're going to post out how you did on that particular exercise. So it might be something that you're looking at power and politics, and you're finding that you're high power distance or something like that. So I want you to go through that exercise. I want you to post out on how you did on that, and then feel free after you post it out to add other comments, other integration, discussion, analysis pertinent to that particular exercise. So the rule is that within the first part of a module, the first module within a particular week, of course starting on Wednesday, that you need to post your initial post by Saturday night, no later than Saturday night at midnight. Then you should read over everything from the other students, what they posted, and then follow-up posts. Somebody said something interesting that sparked something about your own work experience. Reply to that person and say, hey, that's cool what you took from this exercise. This is my experience. And again, exchange information, integrate, learn from each other on those discussion boards. So Saturday, Sunday for that first module. Comparable throughout the semester for the second module within a particular week. You've got to hit those discussion boards with your initial post on Monday, and then follow up on Tuesday. And then we'll start all over again for the duration of the 7-week semester. There's, of course, some other experiences there, but that's the way the discussion boards work. So you need to hit those deadlines. If, for example, when you're supposed to post by Sunday night and you do something Tuesday morning, what's going to result is that nobody's going to read that except for me, and I'm going to be angry because you didn't hit the deadline. So those deadlines are firm deadlines, and if you're posting after that, actually I won't even read them. I'll just mark you as non-performing for that particular date. So hit those deadlines without exception, and we'll do fine. Again, this is part of learning from each other. If you're posting late, nobody's going to read that, and you're not making a contribution to class. All right, so that's Module 1. That's kind of overview of management. Spend a little bit of time also in going through that stuff, but history of management, that's fun stuff too. The second module, second chapter, has two primary themes. The first one is looking at managers and how they need to think about the external environment, what's going on outside of the business that they need to monitor and respond to. This is a fascinating topic, of course, given what we have going on in the world, the presidential elections, the stock market wavering, instability in the Middle East. What's happened with oil, for example. If you're a manager within the oil industry, oil and gas industry, and you are monitoring what's going on externally, you're obviously not doing your job. So external environment, gigantically important. I think you'll enjoy that part of the chapter. And then one of my favorite topics, looking at organizational culture, what's going on inside of the organization. So, and then of course there's exercises after that. And then there with those discussion boards, we have the Monday, Tuesday posting deadlines. Again, report out on those particular exercises, add some additional insight, read over what everybody else has posted, and respond to those. There should be absolutely no just cutting and pasting, saying I did this exercise, I got to 26, I agree with point 7, or something like that, and going on. Add something unique. You should approach each of those discussion boards as what do I have of value to add to discussion? What kind of deep learning have I got from the chapter, from the exercise, from the discussion board interactions with other students? Those are the things you're posting, not cutting and pasting stuff. If I've already read it within the text, I don't want to see it within your discussion board. You're providing something additional on those discussion boards, not cutting and pasting. How many more times can I say that? Okay, so that's pretty much it. We're starting out the course. You got the first week overview. Any questions, of course, shoot me an email. Glad to hear from you. Look forward to interesting stuff posting also on those introductions and getting to know more about you. and look forward to a great semester.